deaf. Girls. Girls! Don't miss me. I ask you to be quiet more than one time.
Why is it not like this exactly? There's 2 Arabic books up here. I don't really belong to.
That's their fault. I hear it. Oh, you finished? Thank you. Page 31. Or 30, 31. Okay. 30 and 31. Good morning, new girl. What's your name? Amna or Heidi. Okay, Amna or Heidi. How are you? Where are you from?
My mom is Vietnamese and my mom is
From here. Oh, cool. Did you live here before or you just moved here?
no, I have been here.
Cool. Well, good morning. I'm Mary. Nice to meet you. Alright, you don't have a book. Who's sharing it? Thank you. Alright, cool. So, page 30, 31, guys, we're behind the boys. I don't like that. So, we're going to finish this section today, okay? So, do you guys have any questions about yesterday?
No.
We did the section review.
No.
Questions?
No.
Good.
Did you check our section before?
I did not.
It's hot.
I did check it, but I didn't record the grades. Okay. You're hot? It's on 73. Alright, so, section 2, page 30. Amna or Heidi, my one really big rule is just please don't speak Arabic, okay? Please speak English. Had it, you two. Had it. Had it! Every day, every day, every day, I'm losing my temper. I'm glad you think it's funny, Amna. Why don't you go tell the principal?
No, I'm making her because she thinks her face is good.
You both should hide your face. The way you behave is shameful. It's shameful. I would appreciate it for the last time if you spoke English in my class. Okay? And listen to me when I talk. Because you do need to know this. Page 30 and 31, bacteria's role in the world. Exciting stuff. I know we all love bacteria. Alright, so, the things you need to know at the top of page 30. Okay? You guys see what you will learn?
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted to read? Okay, wait a minute, okay?
That's not what I see.
At the top, there's 3 things, okay, or 3 dots. The first one, explain how life on Earth depends on bacteria. Okay, so that's something that we want to know the answer to. List 3 ways bacteria are useful, and describe ways which bacteria can be harmful. At the top of page 30, in the top left corner.
And there's nothing.
Yeah, there's.
Red.
Alright, so, have you ever had strep? Who's had strep throat? You guys have strep? Strep throat? Where your throat hurts really bad and you can't even swallow?
This I am.
Oh no, strep throat doesn't help that.
What?
stuff you do in bed.
This one is a
Alright, so you guys, when you have strep throat, I used to have it. We looked at staph yesterday. Strep throat, or streptococcus is bacteria. It's a circular or spherical. It looks like a bunch of grapes. Alright? It's a bacteria.
Yeah, no,
I had it all the time when I was little. I was in grade 2. What's up? Blue light. Okay. I had it all the time when I was little. I missed most of my second grade because I was sick all the time. But yeah, so it's a bacteria, okay? So that's one of the bad bacteria. It can make you really, really sick. But like we said last time, not all bacteria are bad. Okay? Bacteria live in water, food, and our bodies. Much of what we know about bacteria, scientists fighting bacterial diseases. Thousands of types of bacteria, only a few hundred called.
Miss, can I please ask you where are you reading? And where should we highlight?
I would tell you what that.
You said that there's 3 points. Where are they? Oh, here.
Oh, dawn of enlightenment. Good job. Okay? Many bacteria do things that are important and helpful to us. Who can think of a helpful bacteria?
This, the bacteria and the soil.
Bacteria in the soil, yeah, very good. What about in your body? In milk, yeah, bacteria in milk.
In my mouth.
In your mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're called live cultures. It's actually what makes it good for you. Same with like yogurt. You know, you guys hear bacteria. This one, it has live cultures, which are live bacteria. It's actually really good for you. Bifidus regularis is what that one's called. Bifidus regularis. Okay, so good for the environment. Life as we know it could not exist without bacteria. They're very important to the health of Earth. They help cycle dead animals and plants. Okay, so the first point. Explain why bacteria.
Is you write it?
It's a point in your book. Explain how explain how life on Earth. Thank you. I lost my mind. Explain why.
Yeah, funny nice
Life on Earth depends on bacteria. Okay, why does life on Earth depend on bacteria? Okay.
It's because most of them are helpful.
A lot, yeah, most of them are helpful. Okay, how are they helpful? They're helpful because they recycle.
Clean up.
They recycle dead animals and plants. Okay, so imagine, this is kind of gross, but just try to imagine, okay? If everything that died didn't decay, okay? So we know that everything dies, we put it in the ground and forget about it, right? Your dog dies, you put it in the ground. Your bird dies, you put it in the ground. Why do we put it in the ground? There's bacteria in there and they break it down, okay?
And if the fish dies, put it in the toilet.
Yeah, well that's because it's easy. They need a water burial, okay? So, bacteria are what break down these dead organisms to reduce them to only, bring them down only to bones. Okay? So if you could, we still didn't fix this. Oh, sorry. If you can imagine everything that died just this year that didn't decay, we would just be full of dead stuff everywhere. Okay? Trees, plants, people, animals, all these things. So bacteria are really useful because they clean up. Okay? Yes, they make us sick, but most of them are good and they help us somehow. One way that they do is recycling dead organisms. Okay? They also, one second please, they also do what's called nitrogen fixation. Okay? They fix the nitrogen. Nitrogen fixation has to do with the soil. Okay? They put more nitrogen in the soil. Put more nitrogen in the soil, which makes our plants more healthy. Okay? Yes, honey, what's your question?
Miss, I'm saying if there are a chance there's a person that never gets sick.
Never gets sick?
That's
there are some people that don't have really bad sicknesses, but there's so many viruses.
They're
so
like,
much
they're grown
bacteria.
up. They're grown up. Like, it's an adult.
I don't think so. Because if you, okay, it's kind of hard to explain, but think about it this way. We talk about chicken pox,
Yeah.
where you have to be exposed to the virus so that you don't get sick again, right?
It's not.
So even if you're clean all the time and you're always cleaning, you're always going to be sick because your body doesn't know how to fight this bacteria or fight these germs or these viruses. So I don't.
We need the bacteria in our body.
Yeah, we need to get sick a little bit. We need to get sick a little bit so that we don't get more sick later on. Okay? And now you can go growing up, maybe just having a cold or something. I was rarely sick after that little bout of strep when I was 7. After that, I didn't get sick too much. Okay? Maybe a cold once a year. But, you know, I also wasn't always washing my face or washing my hands. I washed before I ate nothing. Okay? Pretty much, unless I could do something else. Alright? So, being too crazy about scrubbing your hands 10 times a day can be a bit excessive. We need a little bit of dirt and a little bit of bacteria so that we don't get really, really sick after. Okay? Who wants to read nitrogen fixation? You ask first. Nitrogen fixation. Wake up.
Can be done? Is it? Allah. You're laughing. It's not my fault.
Most living things
I've got
plants,
It's not magic, is it? Sure. We get check with that.
Yeah, I'm still not quite.
So I'm not studying this. I remember.
nitrogen gas make up about 78% of the air. But most plants cannot use nitrogen directly from the air. Ya Allah. They need to take in a different form of nitrogen. Nitrogen fixing bacteria take in nitrogen from the air and change it into a form that plants can use. This process called nitrogen fixation. It is very simple.
Very good, okay? So, the reading check. What is nitrogen fixation?
Most animals get nitrogen from soil.
Comes from soil, yeah. Okay. It's when nitrogen, I'm just going to write N, okay? Nitrogen from the air is transformed. You guys know what transformed means?
It's on the first gonna write and here. Why?
Because I don't have time. Nitrogen from the air is transformed into a form that plants can use. Okay? And that means it's in the soil. Good morning, Maria.
You can spin up the
Alright, nitrogen from the air is transformed into a form that plants can use. Questions? No good. Okay? At the bottom of the page. Okay. Who transforms the nitrogen? Who transforms the nitrogen?
Bacteria.
Yeah, very good. Bacteria. Bacteria transform the nitrogen so that the plants can use it.
Yeah. Miss, can I read recycling?
Who's doing this up?
Miss, can I read recycling?
Sure,
Okay.
but not now.
So I'm gonna read it.
What's this?
Oh, it's an eye. A big eye. Any mana?
Finished?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so look at the picture. I asked if you finished. I didn't hear you, I'm sorry. Okay, so look at the picture on page 30, you guys. Okay? Figure one, bacteria's role in the nitrogen cycle. Most animals get the nitrogen they need by eating plants. Do we need nitrogen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very important. Nitrogen in the air comes into the soil. Okay, you guys see that in the picture? So nitrogen is part of the gas in the air that we breathe. Goes into the soil. The bacteria in the soil change it so that the plants can use it. If you've ever seen a plant that needs nitrogen, it's yellow. Okay, and not healthy.
Okay. Can I read now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Recycling. Have you ever seen dead leaves and twigs on a forest floor? These leaves and
Twigs.
these what are twigs,
Parts of the tree, small.
are recycled over time when the help of bacteria.
Decomposer.
Decomposer bacteria break down dead plant and animal matter. Breaking down dead matter makes
Nutrients.
something.
Nutrients.
Yeah.
Available.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's good. Available to other living things.
Very good, okay? So that's part of the not nitrogen fixation, sorry. That's part of the bacteria's job, okay, is to recycle the dead plants and animals, all right? These are decomposer bacteria. We talked about decomposers last time. Cleaning up. Who wants to read cleaning up?
Bacteria and other
Microorganisms.
microorganisms are also used to fight pollution.
Bioremediation.
Bioremediation means using microorganisms to change harmful chemicals into harmless ones.
Bioremediation.
Is used to clean up hazardous waste from industries, farms, and cities. It is also used to clean up oil spills. The workers at Figure 2 are using bacteria to remove produced from the soil.
Very good, okay? So, bioremediation is a vocabulary word. You need to know it, okay? Bioremediation means using microorganisms to change harmless chemicals into harmless ones. Okay? I'll show you guys an example. In my hometown, not my hometown, but in my home state in Alabama, we had an oil spill maybe 3 years ago in Alabama, in USA. The bottom part of the state is on what's called the Gulf of Mexico, kind of like the Arabian Gulf. It's a body of water, okay? But there was an oil spill, Gulf of Mexico oil spill. Okay, it smelled really bad. There was a big problem. It was not good for the state, but you can see what happened. Now, what I want you to see is this picture here. Okay, it's just oil. It's not going to bite you. All right, but you can see. I know the picture's very small. Sorry.
You can make it bigger.
Yeah, I'm going. Alright, but you guys see here,
Yeah.
this is the oil, okay? All of this is oil, the stuff that goes in your car, that goes in your house, all these things, okay? So what they had to do to clean this up was put different bacteria in the water, okay? So, because this oil is going to kill the fish, it's going to kill the turtles, it's going to kill the alligators, it kills the tourist industry. Nobody wants to go because it smells really bad, okay? So, I think this is actually in Louisiana.
Miss, I want to eat good for people. Oh, I want to eat good for people. And how do we go to the
Now, so what do? They put bacteria bacteria in the water to make the oil, to keep it from being harmful, okay? And to try and dissolve it and make it a little bit better. All right, who wants to read?
Good bacteria. Bacteria do much more than help keep our environment clean. Bacteria also help produce many of the foods we eat every day. They even help make important medicine.
Very good. So we talked a little bit about, you can read after she already asked, you read after, okay? Well, we already talked a little bit about the food, but let's have a little more.
Like the soil.
Bacteria in food. Believe it or not, people raise bacteria for food. Every time you eat cheese, yogurt, buttermilk, or sour cream, you're also eating bacteria. Lactic acid producing bacteria break down the sugar milk, which is called lactose. In the process, the bacteria change the lactose into lactic acid. Lactic acids resolve and have sugar to food. All the food shown in figure 3 were made with the help.
Very good, okay? So, something you can see about bacteria in food. It's a lot of dairy. You guys know dairy? No.
Yeah.
Dairy is anything made with milk, okay? Like, okay, I keep using myself, but that's who I know the best. For me, I can't have anything with milk. I'm allergic to the bacteria in milk. I've been allergic to it since I was a baby. Okay? It doesn't kill me, it just makes me really sick, alright? So, all the bacteria that they use for milk, for cheese, for ice cream, which I love, for yogurt and these kinds of things, I can't have it because it makes me sick. So bacteria that might be good for you and make you have calcium and get your bones really strong is bad for someone else, alright? Because it's everywhere in our food.
You can't drink milk.
Miss, how can lasagna use milk? Ice cream use milk?
No.
I feel that's it.
I feel bad for me too.
Why don't you
You
try
can't
it?
eat ice cream.
Chocolate and milk.
Oh my god,
Alright, so, lactic acid producing bacteria break down the sugars in milk, which is called lactose. Okay, lactose is the sugar you find in dairy products. You guys can see at the bottom the different kinds of foods. Okay, anything dairy or anything made with milk. Some bread. The stuff in bread that makes it rise in the oven is called yeast. Yeast is a bacteria. Alright. What else they got in there? Sausage?
Yeah, why is sausage? You know,
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. And then some vegetables we use. You want to read? She's next menu, okay? Alright, ready? She wanted to read.
Making medicine. What's the best way to fight disease-causing bacteria? Would you believe that the answer is to use the antibacteria and antibiotics? Medicines used to kill bacteria and other microorganisms. Many antibiotics are made by bacteria.
Very good, okay? Antibiotics. Who has ever had to take medicine before?
Miss, you know how I clean my gums to make them full? Miss, I cut them, I put them in a banana and I eat it. I swear I don't.
Why your antibiotics? If it tastes really bad, it's probably antibiotics.
No, Miss, it doesn't have a taste. I just swallow the banana. I put it in the banana. I swallow it.
Okay, so antibiotics are medicines that kill bad bacteria in your bodies, okay? If you've got a cold, if you've got whatever, alright? Doctors just say, here, take some antibiotics, alright? It happens.
That's good. It's gonna be.
It can be good, yes. It's a vocabulary word, you need to know it. Go ahead. diabetes.
do not make enough insulin. In the 1970s, scientists discovered how to put genes into bacteria so that the bacteria will make human insulin. Insulin can then be separated from the bacteria and given to people who have diabetes.
Good, okay? So, insulin, do you guys know anyone who has diabetes? Diabetes, it's a genetic illness.
Yeah, my mom.
I read that.
Every day
Give the focus finger.
what they consider
Miss Abdullah.
next year and
Decided it. Bad, I don't like it.
Miss, my grandfather and my grandmother always every day they have to take it to time.
Yep. So if you know anybody that has to poke a hole in their finger, girls, put the note away or I'm going to have somebody else read it in class. Alright? Put the note away. Put the note away. I'm not lying.
what?
I know who's passing it. It's not always obese people, but for someone who's older, there's something called adult onset diabetes, which for someone who's very, very large, okay, their body has a problem breaking down insulin, okay, whereas someone who's born with it might be thin, they might not be it. It can be both ways, because it has to do with the sugars in your body, okay. So if you guys know anybody, people with diabetes, they have to take a little needle and they poke a hole, they get 1 drop of blood, they put it on a machine and it tests their sugar, okay? Can I eat this today? Can I not eat this today? It's a pain in the
Once I had a
Did it
I
work?
know what you're gonna say.
Needle. I don't have it. No.
Just say it. Why are you doing that? Say it. Just say it. It's a bit in the
Bottom.
No, it's not the bottom. Something on the side of B.
Go
Yeah, B.
Alright, so diabetes is actually really bad. It can cause a lot of problems, especially when you're older. That's why you want to really take care of yourself when you're this age, so that you don't have problems when you're older, okay? Insulin is part of that. It basically means that you can't break down the sugars in your body. You can't use them for energy. So if there's a person standing next to me who's very thin and can eat a Snickers bar, okay, she can use this energy. But for me, if I have problems digesting insulin, then I can't use the sugar, okay, and it just sticks to me. It just sticks in my body.
Miss Farmer, she's
It can make you fat, it can make you sick, it can make you lots of different things. So, it can also come from different sicknesses that people have, okay? Girls, there's different kinds of sicknesses that people have that make them have problems with insulin, but it's not diabetes, okay? For example, alright? So, there's different things that you can have with insulin, but the point is that we use bacteria to help break these sugars down, okay? Next, genetic engineering. Who wants it? Again, you already read it.
Miss Alma.
I'm not hiding you.
Hide it, miss. I'll do it again.
Because there is
Alma. Miss Alma.
What?
Do you want to read it?
No, no. You want to?
You want to read? Alright, great. Genetic engineering.
When scientists change the genes of bacteria or any other living thing, the process is called genetic engineering. Scientists have been engineering bacteria since 1973. And that year, researchers put genes from a drug like one individual or into the bacteria to stop growing. The bacteria then started making copies of the drug genes, then scientists can now engineer bacteria to make many different types
Insecticides.
and
Adhesives. Very good, okay? So genetic engineering, that's just what they call when they take all this stuff and they play with it in the lab, okay? So we look at a slide, this is not genetic engineering. Alright? Genetic engineering is when you mess with the genes in something, okay? You can genetically engineer a banana to be this big, okay? I don't know why you want to taste disgusting, okay? You can genetically engineer bacteria. Like they said here, researchers put genes from a frog into the bacterium of E. coli, Escherichia coli, I always say Escherichia.
so the frog is
No, E. coli, E. coli is a bacteria that you find in meat, actually. If you don't cook your meat enough, like your hamburger, then you can actually get really, really sick. It's like food poisoning, but it lasts for 4 or 5 months. You got E. coli? That's if you eat a hamburger that's around the handle. You didn't eat it? Alright, so what is genetic engineering? What is genetic engineering for the reading check? Yep.
Scientists
Good. Alright, so genetic engineering. Alright. Genetic engineering is changing the genes of bacteria. Girls, I'm going to shout. Shh. Genetic engineering is changing the genes of bacteria. Alright, let's finish it up. Harmful bacteria. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. You don't look? I look. It doesn't hurt. But I'm not afraid of needles. A lot of people are scared of needles.
I laugh when
You like it?
I laugh.
You laugh?
I laugh in my surgery.
That would be the gas that they gave you. Cartridge it up. The rubber band. They do that to make your veins pop out. That's why they do like this and then they go like that. Because it makes your veins stand up to make it easier. Alright, harmful bacteria.
Miss once I was irritated.
Who wants harmful? Oh. Harmful bacteria.
Humans couldn't live without bacteria, but bacteria can also cause harm. Scientists learned in the 1800s that some bacteria are pathogenic. Pathogenic bacteria are bacteria that cause disease.
Pathogenic.
Pathogenic bacteria get inside a host organism and take nutrients from the host cells. In the process, they harm the host. Today, we are protected from many bacterial diseases by
Vaccination.
as shown in Figure 5. Many bacterial diseases can also be treated with antibiotics.
Biotics, good. Alright, so pathogenic bacteria, they're the bad ones, okay?
Miss, can I read?
No, not yet. Girls. These are the bad guys, okay? The bad guys that cause meningitis. The bad guys that cause, what else? Staph. The bad guys that cause strep. All of these sicknesses, it's called pathogenic bacteria. That means they're not nice, they will harm you, okay? So they're bacteria that cause disease. Okay, that's the big thing you need to know, is that they cause disease. Alright? They harm the host. We talked before about a parasite in a host, yeah?
Someone gave that.
Alright? We talked before about a parasite in a host. Now, girls. Okay, if we've got spots all over our body,
It's chicken. Miss, are these chicken pox? Oh, what are these?
okay? So, if we have a parasite in a host, okay? Parasite in a host, okay? Pretend the red are bacteria in your body, okay? Is the red parasites or is it a host? The red. Parasite or host? Parasite, good. Parasite is something that gets its nutrients from the host, okay? So the host is going to be you. When you're sick and you have a pathogenic bacteria, you are the host, the bacteria is the parasite. It gets everything it needs to live. I'm going to take it away, girls.
I'm not.
I don't care to get through it, okay? But I'm really fed up with it. I'm fed up. Okay, shouting at you doesn't work. I don't like to shout anyway. But honestly, it's really shameful behavior to behave this way. It's not just you two. I know who it is.
Yeah.
No. But I know Mr. knows. Okay, I'm not following. Alright? So please be respectful in my class. Alright? You are the host, the bacteria is the parasite. It gets everything it needs to live from you. That's why you get sick, because you're not getting something that you need. Okay? Many bacteria can be prevented with vaccination. When you're little, you get vaccinated for different things. You don't remember because you're a baby. Okay? When you're a baby, very, very small, for the first 6 months, your mother's milk keeps you safe from bacteria because you use your mother's antibiotics or the natural defenses from her body. Okay? After you're 6 months old, then you start to need your own. So in USA, I don't know about here, in USA we're vaccinated. When we take us to the doctor gives us a shot, we cry, our mamas cry, and then we go home. Okay? If your
Why does our
mom
mom cry?
So vaccines can be good. Some people don't like them. They think, oh no, they'll get sick, but it doesn't really happen. That's part of genetic engineering, is making vaccines to help people that are sick and get against bacteria. All right, questions? No? Last one. Who wants to read it? Page 33.
Please. I ask you.
Did you read?
Yes, you know.
You read? She asked first.
Miss, you read.
You all read.
Miss, I read the first
You
paragraph.
want to read? You want to read?
Yes.
Oh, you should say so. Read page 33.
You know what?
Bacteria cause disease in other organisms as well. But have you ever seen a plant with an or some sort? If so, you've seen bacteria damage to the plant. Discuss.
Pathogenic. Pathogenic.
Bacteria attack plants, animals, pests, fungi, and even other bacteria. They can cause damage to grain, soil, and vegetable crops. The branch of pear, which is in figure 6, shows effects in bacteria. Plants are something traced with
Antibiotic.
scientists have also genetic
Engineer.
certain plants
Very good, okay? So that's just saying that humans are not the only ones that get bacteria. Other organisms get it as well. Do you guys have any questions?
No.
Fantastic.